throw. Eventually, he decided to throw.
So what all do you want to talk about?
Well, we can cover, I guess, just the title games and Super Bowl predictions. And then I guess because of just like what the fuck's going on in the news, did you see about this morning?
Which thing? Roger Stone?
Yeah, Stone. And then, I don't know, I guess takes on shutdown.
Okay. I'm not. Yeah, finally.
Been on a dress, but
I like that you left in one of the last videos of we were talking about anything. And I say, as long as it's football.
yeah.
That's all it was for a long time.
Yeah.
We're forced to expand ourselves
Yeah.
in a week and a half. There's nothing until like April.
For real. Baseball.
Okay, March then.
We'll
Talk
see.
about the Grapefruit League.
That's true. Anything, Sean?
Yeah, I guess we can start.
Anything talk about? Anything happens occasionally? Got a mic this time?
Yeah. No excuses.
No excuses.
Best pod ever.
Damn right.
I really wish I had fart loaded up. I thought about it right now. But I didn't want to risk it.
Risky for the biscuit.
It's
Alright.
not good content.
No. Well,
Sorry.
I know what
I'll
y'all think.
focus.
But don't blame Nathan that the NFC take on the divisional round pod did not get uploaded.
Thank you.
Because when I was watching the football games, I got real pissed off with the Patriots, and I didn't upload. So don't blame Nathan.
Just another thing to blame the Patriots.
Yeah, damn Patriots didn't get our pod uploaded. So we're looking at the 9th Super Bowl since 2003 that is going to include the Patriots.
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row. Yep.
And there isn't an NFC East team to stop them.
I know. So be prepared. And
He's 5-3.
yeah,
He's only lost to NFC East teams.
yeah. And what's it called? And Bama did not win the championship this year.
I know. I hate that you said that statistic, and it makes me really nervous.
Yeah. So, look, I'm really anti-LA, but please,
I think
please,
if
Rams, please.
the NFL is actually rigged, then the Rams have to win. Because it would bookend the dynasty. Because it started beating the greatest show on turf in 30 years ago, whenever the fuck this started. Back when...
2003!
But I mean, that's who they beat. That's who they beat.
Yeah.
That's where they got their first Super Bowl, and they've won 5 since then. This 20-year-long dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's never what's the last time? Like the Steeler curtain?
Steel curtain?
What? The Steelers, like that era of the Steelers, like when they were winning, they won like 4 Super Bowls. Like that's the only other comparable time.
Oh, yeah. Oh shit. They won 4.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
and it wasn't over a 20-year.
Yeah, that was with
spell.
Ted, right? Whatever his name is.
Terry.
Bradshaw.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Like this has been an incredible run. Like I hate the Patriots and I hate Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and every part of this organization, but you got to respect it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But if the NFL is rigged, or at least their gods are fair, the dynasty ends by being beaten by the team that they beat first, passing of the torch with the new era of Sean McVay, because
because
this 32-year-old savant is going to be the future of the NFL,
and then
every team is following him now.
Yeah, and what's his name? Belichick is essentially the old school, old defensive heavy mindset.
Like he's very old. He brought the fullback back into it this year. Like,
Yep.
and
They have
no
like
defense could do anything with it.
Yeah, they have like 5 running backs. They have Burkhead, White,
Sonny Michel.
And then there's 2 more that I don't even know their names.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like 2 fullbacks. Well, 1 fullback technically, but then Sonny Michel is big enough to qualify as a fullback, and
He's
has
the bell cow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like it would be karmic justice to see the Rams beat Brady.
Because then that would also be because it's 2 years in a row that teams get revenge on the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Because the Eagles got their revenge last year.
Oh wow!
The Rams get their revenge the next year. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting storylines about the Super Bowl. I'm not happy with how we got these teams, but I mean, it's going to be a fun Super Bowl. There was a lot of shit that happened last weekend that I'm not cool with. But I
clip to that illegal
which thing? Which thing?
That's true, yeah.
Just do them back to back. The fucking helmet to helmet no call and the just grazing Tom Brady's chin.
Dude,
that's roughing the passer.
Of course it is.
That's going to be the new Tuck Rule meme if they win this year.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, not all of it is on that call because there's a lot of other dumb shit the Chiefs did.
Yeah,
lining up offsides.
Yes, bro.
He wasn't even a little bit.
D Ford.
It was at his nipples, the line.
D Ford. Why? How? See, that one's on you.
Even Andy Reid kind of called him out for it.
Dude, and that play resulted in an interception.
That was the game.
Yeah. Fuck.
So what do you want? What do you want to talk about first? Which game?
Man, I guess we'll leave the biggest controversy for last. So
okay, AFC.
Yeah. It was a good game. It was
kind of first half was rough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like,
they had 60 yards of total offense in the first half. Patrick Mahomes looked like fucking Lamar Jackson in the first game. He was just panicking.
Hey, dude.
They didn't. I won't say they went full read, but they danced on that line of going full read because they never had a game to give up. They just weren't in it for the first half.
Yeah, there was no offense. The number 1 offense in the league and the arguable
where were those
MVP,
50 touchdowns?
Yeah, I know. Were completely absent. Completely absent. And it was infuriating. I think the other big issue is that you can blatantly see where, I mean, we won't get in too far into the topic if at all, but you can clearly see where Kareem Hunt not being on the team hurt them. No fucking run game. And dude, Spencer Ware as your starting running back, and then this guy who's been in the league for 6 years, Darren Williams, who has been not just a journeyman but not played the whole full season in games collectively.
Yeah,
those 2 are your running backs. I get it. You can use them, and you can have kind of a Drew Brees style system where it doesn't necessarily matter who's in. You just plug and play. But man, when you were on fire for 2/3 of the season with a guy like Kareem Hunt, and then your result you're left to these guys,
because there's defenses when he was on the team, it's you had to pick how you wanted to buy. Mm-hmm. Either you're going to load the box and stop him and try to keep Mahomes from running around on you, but then you're going to leave Kelsey one-on-one.
Yep. You're
going to leave you're going to leave the entire back just playing man. That's what you're going to do. Or you're going to play zone and have 2 safeties and actually try to stop the pass. Mm-hmm. Then Kareem Hunt's going to run 15 yards of fucking play.
Yeah.
And Mahomes could roll out, do RPO, do everything.
Yeah.
You lose him. Well, lose him makes it seem like there was an accident. Like, he got kicked off the team, understandably.
Yeah.
And then you lose that.
Cut to the clip. No, I'm just playing. I'm just.
But you just cut in Ray Rice not out his right.
No. I regret that joke. I regret that joke.
Awkward edit in the middle of this to nothing. Just let's not talking about it. But I mean, with him gone,
Yeah.
now you just play the pass. You
Mhm.
make like Travis Kelce's life hell, and like because they're not going to beat you with Spencer Ware like you're saying. Like that whole aspect is gone, and it's a lot easier when you have somebody as fucking smart as Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah.
Like
to scheme it and to shut that down. Here's the thing: I don't think they have a very talented defense. I think they have a very smart defense, and I think they have a guy like fucking Bill Belichick who knows how to do schemes.
That's
So-
the Patriot way. Is
Yeah.
like you don't have superstars for more than like a year. You just have guys who know what system they're in.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick beats it into you, or you're out. Like it's a machine that works perfectly,
Yeah, man.
and that's both sides of the ball. Tom Brady has been sacked in the postseason. He hasn't been sacked in 3 or 4 games, going back to the regular season.
I thought he got sacked in the Chiefs.
No,
I could
they
have
did
sworn.
not sack him.
What? I could have sworn they sacked him.
He has not been touched other than that roughing the passer call, essentially. Like, I'm sure he's been hit, like, after
Mhm.
passes, but I mean, like, he has not been sacked. So, in the fucking Super Bowl, it's going to be on Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald to fuck up his life.
Yeah.
Because you get that pressure in the middle, like they've been doing all year, and doing well in the postseason,
Yeah.
then there's chance.
Oh yeah, in the postseason. Fuck yeah.
Because like Tom Brady isn't rolling out and running. You just got to rush him in the front, and then he'll fall down.
Yeah.
Like he does that all the time, where he'll just like, I'm just not even going to take the sack. I'll just knee.
Yeah. So the cool thing. Well, I guess we'll get to it when we get to the NFC. But yeah, the Chiefs game in the end was the Chiefs game to win, but they lost it. They. I mean, here's the thing: we can talk about the bullshit roughing the passer where he just like sweet
it's horrible that call. That call is terrible, but it also happened with like 7 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
There's still so much of the game.
Exactly. That's what my point was. It's like you can get mad about that, and that it resulted in a touchdown that drive, but then you still have, like you said, a whole another 6.5 minutes to play. You couldn't hold on to the ball on offense. You couldn't score when you needed to score. Your defense couldn't stop them when they needed to stop them. Like, what the hell? How are you going to let your fullback, Burkhead, run up the gut? And actually, not even fullback. He's like a small halfback.
Yeah.
He's your former or like new age Wes Welker. How are you going to let him run up the gut where you have most of the bodies in? Like, oh man, that was, yeah. Plays like that is on defense. The D Ford offsides was on him.
In overtime, they had him on 3rd and 10 at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
fucking Julian Edelman just did a slant route over the middle, and they got a fucking first down. It's like they haven't seen a fucking Patriots
It's
game.
as if they were missing Derek Johnson, who they cut. So, I mean, you don't have a good middle linebacker to fill up that spot. I mean,
And the Patriots know this.
Yeah.
They know, here are your weaknesses. We're just going to have this fucking 5-foot-tall white guy run across the middle, tease you with some Hogan every now and then just throw dimes over the top to Gronkowski.
So irritating.
And then Sony Michel's going to put up 100 yards in the first half. Like,
so damn irritating. Yeah, that it is just.
They had the game.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are like fucking home run hitters, where like if they're hot, they'll fucking beat you 12-2. But the Patriots are going to fucking just hit ground ball singles all day, chip away at you.
Yeah.
It's frustrating how good they are.
And we're talking about a season where they barely made the number 2 seed, and they were fucking dead in the middle of the season. They were dead. They
They were
had
almost
like their
the 1
3
seed.
games, but they had
If
their,
Gronkowski knew
if
how
they
to
didn't
take an
close
angle,
if
they would be the number 1 seed.
Okay, they didn't close the season, or they closed the season like better than they were at midpoint. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, like the Patriots are always shit in the beginning of the year. Like September, they're like a below 400 team. Like they're terrible in September. And then they always bring it back.
Yeah.
And then they don't let Tom Brady gets sacked for 4 games, and all of a sudden,
Fuck, man.
it's
Well,
scary.
So
Yeah, there's nothing really else to say other than you're
Fuck
frustrated.
Patriots. So on the other side, and I mean we'll tie it in. So it's gonna be up to Donald and Sue to like really get into Tom Brady's face.
Yeah.
I noticed it, and Talib said it in the post game interview that like the Rams went all in this year. Not only did they trade for Talib, trade for Peters, trade for
Did they trade for Cooks or just
Fowler?
sign him?
They traded for Cooks. They traded for Fowler Jr. They signed Sue. They re-signed Donald, who was a holdout at the beginning of the season, like was not going to play. So they went all out this year, and on defense, 7 of their starting 11, that is like 2/3 of your defense, are former number 1 draft picks. Yeah. 4 of those number 1 draft picks are all on the front. Your 2 outside linebackers and Sue and Donald.
Are you talking about number 1 overall or first round pick?
First round picks.
Oh, okay. I was like, how the what stat is this that I've never heard?
No,
How many of these guys used to be quarterbacks?
no, it was Peters.
First round picks. Okay, I totally believe that, which is still a great thing to have on your fucking team.
Yeah, okay.
But
But
no, I thought it was a completely different statistic. I was blown away.
no, so it was Eric Fowler Jr. Or Dante Fowler. I don't remember. Fowler Jr., who was a first round with the Jags. Talib, who was a first round with the Bucks. Peters, who was a first round with the Chiefs. Sue, who was a first round with the Lions. Donald, who was a first round with them. And then there's 2 other like linebackers that were first rounds with the one more was with the Rams, and the other one was like the Giants or something. I don't remember. But yeah, they're stacked on defense, and we're finally seeing the like top 5 defense that we deserve during the season, and it's because they're all healthy now. So, I mean, here's the thing. So,
other than like Cooper Kupp, they don't have like major injuries.
No,
which is insane.
Yeah, thank God. So with the here's the other controversy with the game. So everybody knows the big, like, even if you're not necessarily that into football, you've at least heard about it or seen it. It's ridiculous. It was an awful call that that referee needs to be pink slip. Like, that is a blatant.
He was right there.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, either you had something in your eye and you like blinked really hard or like whatever it is, and then
Even that, you would have heard the hit to the helmet before you would have heard the whizzing of the ball. Like, it was. I can't imagine what was going
Here's the
on
thing,
inside of Sean Payton when he got that call from the NFL.
And here's the thing, this is why I'm like, your eyes must have been closed to not call at least helmet to helmet. And I'm gonna tell you why I know it was helmet to helmet. Because if you go back and look at the play, Ted Ginn was concussed that play. Because first off, he gets up, he sees the ball, He knows that it was a pass interference. Was hit in the helmet, gets up and immediately does nothing but tries to keep his composure and runs straight to the sideline. He doesn't like a normal receiver would do, get up and be like, oh, what is that? Blah, blah. He gets up kind of like awkwardly, and he just like kind of awkwardly, very, very, for me, it was very strange for a receiver who, you know, as a receiver, you see the ball. You know that this hit was illegal. But as a player, you know, players are train themselves and train each other. Like, if you're dizzy, like, no, like, just like stay cool. You're trying to get into the next play, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's why I'm also like, no, that was fucking helmet to helmet. Because if you look at it with that kind of idea in your head and be like, damn, like, yeah, either
That's
way,
interesting.
yeah, it should have been. And that was what came to my mind, like, first when I saw the play again from the other angle. I was like, man, that at least, yeah, should have been helmet to helmet. Because he's up and he's not trying to fight his case. He's not trying to defend himself. He's just very calmly and trying to self-control, run straight to the sideline, kind of regain composure, probably, and then, you know, come back for the next play. So, yeah, that play, like, it goes back to what we also said, where, like, oh, you know, with the Patriots game, it was like, oh, well, there was other chances to win. Yeah, that play, if it was called, game's over, because Rams had no timeouts. Saints would have had the ball. That's game. But you also look at the overtime.
They had the ball.
They had the ball first, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Breeze threw an interception. Granted, not his fault, but, man, yeah. So, man, yeah, the way what you said was 100% correct. The way we got these teams, blasphemous.
It's just unfortunate because these games should have been amazing because they were easily the 4 best teams in the NFL this year. 2 of each conference, they were great. It should have been just like 2 great competitions between these 2 teams. Instead, there's these like stains on them because it's like we can't talk about like the quality of offensive line play. We can't talk about questionable coaching decisions. We can't talk about quarterbacks coming up clutch. We have to talk about how these refs put their mark on the game with their bad decision making.
Yeah. So here's
and that takes away the fun of football.
Yeah, and here's something that is going to put even the dagger even deeper into the like wound. This is the first time in NFL history that we not only have all 4 of the top teams, so 1, 2 on each side of the league, but also all 4 of the best offenses in the league for that year.
Really?
Yeah. So 1 through 4, it was like Chiefs, Saints, Rams, and then Patriots. First time in
and they were all top 10 defenses too.
Yeah.
Like everybody did great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
4 coaches that are all going to be Hall of Famed, probably. Like Sean McVay might be a bit of an early call, but
oh yeah, Peyton, Reed, and
Belichick.
Dang.
Like,
yeah. As long as the Rams can keep on their track and McVay keep his stuff together, yeah.
4 great quarterbacks. Like so much greatness should have happened this week. Instead,
I mean,
it's like
arguably it did,
feels
but
dirty.
it was very, exactly.
Dirty.
It did in a sense, but it does. It feels a little grimy. Fuck, man. Damn.
Which is why I hope that the Super Bowl is going to be like I want to end the season.
Just
you call your own
gentleman's
penalties?
call. Yeah, gentleman's play.
Just flag football. That's how it is.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's what the NFL wants it to be.
Yeah.
And the refs in the Saints game were the best refs. Like they all get ratings.
Oh,
that team was like the number 1 rated team.
Wow.
Because like you get like it's sort of like prep school where you get like points and demerits for when you like do things right and fuck up. and like then you get like a percentage of how well you do your job. And like these aren't like usually in the NFL, it's like you have your head referee and then like all the umpires and line judges. They're like always like a group, and they go around and it's like this is my team. But then for the playoffs, it's like all right, we reward the people with the highest ranks, and so they're like all new teams, so they don't work with each other, and so it's like the highest like white hats get all selected, and then like the line judges and all these people get put together just because they have the highest ranking.
Interesting.
And so like they don't know how to communicate with each other. They can't like know where other people are like letting up or better, and so it's always weird in the postseason because they don't do full teams of umps.
Wow.
But like allegedly these were like the highest ranked ones, and they still fucked up.
God, disappointing. Yeah. So
Speaking of disappointing, on a slightly different tangent, we can come back to this, but I just thought of this right now. They released the strength of schedule reports,
mhm.
and do you know who has the worst, like the toughest schedule?
In the playoffs?
No, for
Okay.
next year.
Oh. Were they in the playoffs?
No,
Oh.
it's a team that doesn't deserve to have the hardest schedule.
The Browns?
The Raiders. and then you know who's the second hardest schedule?
The Cowboys.
The Broncos.
Whatever. I'm not. Here's the thing.
So you have to play like 5 above 500 teams on the road.
Here's the thing. We had like the toughest schedule this last year anyway. So
Same old.
I'm gonna try not to go on 10.
Let's wrap up the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
So that's how we got here.
yeah, that's how we got
We're
here.
at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I don't know when I should post this video. Probably I'm thinking about posting this video like on Sunday for whoever, if anybody watches our video, has something to do. If anybody for anybody who doesn't want to watch the Pro Bowl or wants to listen to something during the Pro
Who
Bowl.
watches the Pro Bowl?
Here's the thing. I
It's
watched the Pro
terrible.
Bowl. I watched the Pro Bowl the year after the Broncos won the Super Bowl because it was the year that they did like something completely different. And it was like a test game where
Didn't they draft that year?
not only did they draft, but they did it to where to speed up the game, you had a shorter play clock and you kicked the ball off like halftime, but every quarter. So you would have to
I
score.
remember that.
And I liked it because the score wasn't like in the 60s or 70s. It was like a little tighter. You could tell offenses were like, rushing up a little bit more. So it was cool. I was like, man, this is kind of fun. And it gave a little edge to the game. So I don't know, but that was cool. I liked it.
And did they keep that in subsequent years?
I haven't
I've never
watched
watched more than like 5 minutes of a Pro Bowl and been like, I'm bored.
I haven't watched it since then, but I watched that year because of that rule, and I was like, man, this is gonna be interesting.
I remember the draft because I was excited about that because that was interesting. Like,
And then you watch the draft, and then just
yeah, because like who's gonna go where? Like who gets picked before other people? That's why a tangent on another fucking tangent. I'm excited to watch the fucking NBA draft for the All-Star game.
they drafted this year.
Well, they did it last year, but they did it in secret. It was Steph Curry and LeBron.
That's right.
We're like
You're
behind. We're just like
right.
in like a fucking like Marriott fucking office room and like drafted players. But now it's like going to be on television where it's
Wow,
going to be
that's
LeBron
cool.
and Giannis are the captains.
Whoa, Giannis is getting a big push.
I mean, they're trying to.
Huge.
They've been trying to make him like the next big thing for a couple of years now.
I mean,
And I mean, who else in the East? Kawhi. He doesn't have the personality or the laugh to be a fucking.
cut to the clip. No,
It's so weird. I only learned about it like a month ago.
dude. Oh
It's
no,
so
yeah,
weird.
it's kind of scary. It's kind of
He
scary.
doesn't seem human. But I mean, who else in the East is gonna fuck with me? Oladipo blew out his leg. He can't do it now.
Poor guy.
That's really ew. I didn't watch it.
I did not.
I just see him on the ground and I know it's bad.
Yeah.
he ruptured his calf.
Oh man, my brother said that he ruptured his quad.
It might have been the quad. I thought it was someone ruptured in his
Yeah.
lower
Oh,
body.
God.
It's real bad. He's out for the year.
Yeah.
But like that's like the draft is going to be like drama and
Yeah.
like fun.
Deion Sanders being like, oh!
It's like the one year that they did the dunk contest and they allowed hype men. Like I thought it was funny because it was like, why the fuck is Jalen Rose going out and like hyping for Dwight Howard? Like some guy who was like in a full up like 90s like Dave Chappelle pimp outfit, like with a cane and a feathered hat, and like it
Yeah,
was
that sounds
incredible
like
because it was just like madness.
That sounds like
Like just make it fun.
Yeah.
The NFL Pro Bowl is just like no one tries. It's all like who can catch the ball like Odell Beckham.
I loved what they used to do, which was like some of the like real passing and strength competitions. Like the year that Larry Allen bench pressed like 300 pounds. Like
But people get
50
hurt doing
times?
that is the problem. Like
no, not doing bench press.
if you're trying to like one up other dudes and get all that testosterone going,
Larry Allen was a beast.
is it? I'm sorry.
So the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What about Andrew Luck?
We're here now. This is who we have.
Okay.
Get,
What are your thoughts? How do you feel?
I think the Rams can do it. But I feel like there's going to be some complete BS statistic that says like, oh, first year coaches or blah blah or whatever, and when the wind is blowing, this way, and the spirits say
It's in a dome.
whatever. Who cares?
There's still going to be wins somehow.
Who cares? If you go back to the AFC Championship game when the Colts were playing the Steelers and the Steelers won the Super Bowl against the Seahawks that year, look at the kick that Vanderjagt kicked to try and win the game for the Colts. They're in a dome. God exists because of that kick. Look at that kick and tell me that that kick was not going straight and took a fucking straight 90-degree beeline to the sidelines. So, fuck domes. Something's going to happen.
I mean, like, there's so much tape on the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Like, they're just sins that people keep making against them that you can't do. Like, you can't play zone defense against Tom Brady. The Chiefs did that all game,
Mm-hmm.
and he picked it apart.
Yeah.
You have to get, like, this is all lessons for the Rams. Is like, can't play zone defense. You have to get pressure up the
Come
middle.
on, Rams. I know you're going to watch this.
Yeah. Sean McVay, big fan. Friend of the pod. Like,
Fuck, man.
they're like, you will never like have the game.
Yeah.
Like, there's always, as long as there's time on the clock, Tom Brady can still score 3 touchdowns on you. Like, that's the Falcons' lesson. Like, you never take your foot off their neck if you have a lead.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I imagine this game is going to be. It's going to come down to who has the ball last, and if whoever can make a defensive stop, or whoever can make an amazing catch.
Yeah.
Because the Patriots have there's never been like a blowout win in any of their Super Bowls. It's always come down to like vinatieri kicks or amazing last minute catches.
Yeah.
The Tyreek catches on the fourth quarter. Like,
Mm-hmm. Tyreek catch, and then who was something Haslam for the next year, or for the one after that the Giants.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of that. Like, and stripping Tom Brady last year on the final drive, the strip sack. Like, it's just whoever's going to make a play at the end of the game.
Man, he really let that Cox hit him.
I mean, that was not Fletcher Cox that did it. But.
Shut the fuck up, Nathan. Fuck you. Stupid son of a bitch.
I mean, it was Brandon Graham. I don't think you should take that away from the man. That amazing play.
God damn it. Yeah. it's 100% going to be on the D line.
Yeah.
Sue and Donald Fowler
Fucking
and
earn that money.
dude, former first round draft
Hey, you
picks.
keep saying number one.
Whatever. It's because they
They're
technically
no
are.
Baker Mayfield.
Whatever. Whatever. Speaking of,
Oh, I
did you
hate Baker.
did you see? I didn't know this. I had no clue. But the motherfucker needs to become popular for some reason, not just by the family name. Cooper Manning?
Yeah.
Did you know that he has a segment on like CBS Sports
Really?
before like their main football games on Sunday?
I thought he was like an accountant or something. I thought it was like
Yeah.
two brothers in football, and he was like, "I'm gonna go like run the numbers somewhere else."
We gotta watch. 'cause
What?
I'm pretty-
Why does he have a segment? Is Frank
It's
Caliendo
cooking-
dead?
it's
like
It's called Cooking with Cooper.
what?
And the one.
Wait, hold on. Like the adopted Manning brother has a segment before a football game that's a cooking show. What the fuck?
And the one that was before, I think it was the AFC Championship game this last Sunday. It was with Baker Mayfield, and it's fucking great. And he's like, he is shitting on Baker the whole time.
Okay, now I definitely want to watch it.
It's so great. And he's like, who's your favorite man? Nah, screw Peyton. So,
That's actually pretty funny.
okay, before we let it go, I guess, Super Bowl predictions. Points and winner.
I need to take my heart out of it because my heart is always against the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I've been shitting on Boston sports while wearing.
I was gonna-
I'm well aware. That's why I've been touching this whole time because I don't know how to address it. I love the Red Sox. Great organization. Fuck the Patriots. Like, it's so hard to pick. I feel like it's probably just going to end up being like 24-28. And I'm going to believe that the Rams are going to make a defensive stop at the end of the game and stop the last minute drive. I'm just going to stick with that. 24-28, Rams win. Because I like this. I don't know if we said this before the camera started rolling, but I like the idea of bookending this dynasty right now.
Yeah.
Where the first win was win over the St. Louis Rams, beating the greatest show on turf. And then these new Los Angeles Rams with the future of the NFL with Sean McVay. They win, get the monkey off their back 20 years later, however long it's been, beat the Patriots and start their own dynasty.
I think it's going to be 28-31 Patriots. I want the Rams, but I think it's going to be Patriots.
Does that have Vinatieri get traded and do one more kick for old Tom?
I mean, I'm going to be full rooting for Aqib Talib and Wade Phillips and especially C.J. Anderson, who has gone through the fucking grinder for the past, like, 2 seasons.
He's been
I
eating a lot of grinders.
Big boy. But, you know, I'm pulling for them to win another Super Bowl. Nah, you know what? 24-28 Rams. 24-28.
You're going to take my
I think
exact
it's gonna
thing and
be-
say,
I think, you know what?
how original.
All right, fine.
Have
No,
your-
I
have your
gotta
own
stick.
thought.
I gotta stick. I've been watching. No. I'm gonna stick with it. I think it's gonna be 28-31 Patriots. I'm pulling for the Rams. I
Like,
think
we
it's-
know it's going to be close. That's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing we know for
Yeah.
sure.
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be a
within
field
a
goal.
score.
Yeah,
Like, it's whoever's got the ball and whoever can make a play.
yeah. No serious. Just
I was trying to think of a way to work in Al Pacino's speech from Any Given Sunday. You've seen Any Given Sunday, right?
I don't think
It's a great football movie where Jamie Foxx is a quarterback.
Oh no, I
Al
definitely
Pacino's-
know.
It's great. I think I have it on DVD.
That's fine.
If I don't, fuck it, you can find it on your own.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?